Good morning, FYI family. How are you folks doing today? Welcome to yet another broadcast. Good to see each and every one of you on the live today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We hope the night was good to you, but it is far spent at this point. Let's see, we can have somewhere in different time zone. Far spent at this point, and we're just happy and delighted to have you folks here on this Thursday, the 11th day. Double checked it there. Thursday, the 11th day of July, heading into August, the 11th day of July. Great to have all of you with us. Wherever you're joining us from this morning, we're happy and delighted that all of you can join us today. Claire Alexis Charmley Richmond, we see you there, Claire. We see you. Lachman Aziz, Jamal Aziz, Jack Ulin, and all the other folks joining us today. Vanessa Wardine, we see you there, Vanessa. We see you there. Oh yes, we got quite a lineup for you folks today. A lot of used tires. A lot of used tires. Good to have you folks on with us. We're just making sure that things are set. How are you folks doing there? Got a lovely cup. The cup. From the other people. Well, folks, good morning to each and every one of you. Oh, it's such a morning. It's such a morning. And we hope that you guys are good. Wherever you're joining us from, folks, this morning, we hope you're well. Please God. And that's how we see it. Good to have all of you on with us today. Oh, it's quite a morning. But good to see all of you. A lot of used tires we're going to be talking about this morning. Good to see you, beautiful folks. How are you guys doing? How was your Thursday? How was your Wednesday? I had a party meeting last evening into the program, into the broadcast. But you all know we fast. We had to be there. We couldn't miss it. We hope that all of you beautiful people are well. From the many places you all are joining us from, we hope that you all are good. We hope that you all are lovely. Good morning, folks. Good morning, New York. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Sheena. Rena Cummins, foreigner. Rena, are you there yet? Remind me, I don't know the date so well. Are you there yet? The place I'm going later, are you there yet? Who no? Good to have you, Rihanna Mingo. Rihanna Roberts. Rihanna Gaspar. Royston Campbell, good to see you there. Royston Campbell. Marcia Agard. Andrew Griffith said, let's fight to save Ghana from corruption. Correct is right. Correct is right. Margaret Nelson is on the line from the Ville. Summer, winter, autumnville. Karen McPherson, good to see you there. Donna. It's been a one, Naomi did till this hour. It's been a one, Elizabeth de Hayden this morning. Lyndon Gill, all the folks, Guyanese turning up to work all over this country. Morning, Toby. Bella Drum Girl, morning, Toby. Port Kaituma Girl, morning. Good morning, Audrey Stevens. Good to have you, Audrey. Good to have you on the live this morning, all the other folks. What are you guys having for breakfast? A beverage? Folks, if you start the morning with the bush, that's how you start the morning. We're thinking the tea bag is bush. Don't be afraid to say you had some, it's with broom. The many things we make tea with. You know what, we started this whole thing. Now them boys come here at other places, refine our product and give it back to us. You know, you gotta watch them, Abira. You see a lot of folks coming here thinking everybody's oil and gas. Some people looking at the other things, they come and they ask you a lot of questions. You go around Border Market through Small Bridge, corner there, the old Pigot store. You see a lot of folks line off. Oh, everything they got. Tracy Clark, you got man problems. They got a bark there for you. You got back problems. They got the capadula. Tracy says she's having pan bakes. I know about pot bakes. Pan bakes. Come on, Tracy. Come on, Tracy. Is that the other event in the States? Pan bakes. Mark and Levy Ghosh. Sharon Benjamin joining us from New Jersey. Sharon joining us from New Jersey. I got to see more of New Jersey. I haven't seen a lot of it. I see some of it. But I got to see some more of New Jersey. Orwin, you see how I just released some of y'all to speak up your mind now? Orwin says I had some lemon and ginger tea with toast. Lemon and ginger tea with toast. Y'all are a girl, Tabitha. I see Tabitha's do a thing, is crown my skin a little bit. Just thinking about it, my spine shivering. Right? Tracy says it's bake on the roti pan. It's still pot bake. Abira says she's having some, is it rhymes? Break it up from in syllables. Like if you were spelling it out, how would you pronounce that? R-Y-Z-E. Mushroom tea. You gotta watch the mushroom. I gotta check this one out. Rice mushroom tea. R-Y-Z-E. Mushroom tea. I gotta admit, I never thought about mushroom and tea in the same sentence. I never thought about mushroom and tea in the same sentence. But good morning to each and every one of you. Following what Rastaman is saying here. Good morning, Debbie, Chevron, Vashti, Beatrice, Mark, Kyle, Mar. I think just add everybody, actually. Good morning, folks. How are you doing this morning? I just love the magic of what you can do with technology. One time you got a background. One time, lock and chat. What taps? You see, when you lock and chat, things happen. One time you got a background and whoop, there it is. It's amazing what you can do with technology. It's so amazing. And we've been putting ourselves in a position to do things different. As you all know, you don't see this kind of stuff in other shows. But we take delight in, sometimes when we frame this graphic here, there's a white line at the bottom there. There might be one at the top there and so on. We want it out. We got to look a certain way. We got something. Slap my tongue there. We got something that's a certain way. Yeah. We like to be different. And Pretty Militia, Luan Hall. Hey, hold on. I said Ann and Luan, and I just had a flashback. I met a young lady. It's amazing how you meet people. At Roysdale's brother's wake, God rest the dead. So sad what happened to Roysdale's family, having to go through that, losing a brother, bigger brother. Met a younger brother of Roysdale's from Kenya. Met a young woman there, saw Luan name go across there and had a flashback. She said, Mr. Duncan, I watch you every night. Every night I watch you. I said, thank you so much for that support. It goes a long way. She might be watching us right now, for all I know. The Kenyans say we watch it day and night. Day and night. We watch you. But the young lady said, like when I see, I can't sleep. That happened to you? Margaret says it's rice, mushroom tea is the way to go. R-I-Z-E. That's it, right? Rice, mushroom tea is the way to go. She said, when I look at you, I can't sleep. Yeah. Never happened to you? March to sip your daisy tea. I got some black coffee. I've been up a little bit. Need something to... little oomph. Right? Luan, that's what the lady said. She said, well, I don't see you, I can't sleep. You see, if your wife don't tell you something, you have problem in this life, you know. If your husband don't tell you something, he has problems. My wife don't, I'm not an night out person. If night catch me when I out, you're good. But I don't like go out when it's dark. I'm from the old school. You remember after you eat lunch at 12, you used to have to go and sleep. I'm from the old school. Right? Elizabeth says I'm her melatonin. You know the old thing. You know the old thing. My wife is the same way. If she see me, she can't sleep neither. She ain't sleeping. Put too much sick out of them eyes. I'm from the old school. I don't like go out nighttime. If darkness catch me out, all right. But to leave my house on the cover dark, gotta be something good. You see? My wife is the same. She can't sleep neither. And she sent me out and you don't sleep until you come in this house. You know? Yeah. You ever wake up good? Yeah? After you go in the house and you sleep. Lionel Simon said niggeritis. You ever wake up good? After you go in early, you gotta sleep. You wake up good. And you know, Rastaman. Rastaman said he's having some Spanish needles. Now I can see you like acupuncture all over your body. But I don't think that's what it is. Somehow, Spanish needles and Congo palm for men. Here's to you, Rastaman. Brenda said bay leaf, ginger, clove, and orange peel tea. When you finish with that, you won't sleep until 1 in the morning. Bay leaf, ginger, clove, orange peel. When you done, then knock out COVID, lash out dengue, chicken pox and another for you. Bay leaf, ginger, clove. You don't feel, Jesus of mercy. If we eat well, whole age you got nothing but we, you know. Whole age you got none but we. You know, you're 45 and you're looking swoosh. 45 and looking nice. Gavin Caesar, good to see you on this morning. Elizabeth Ryan says 2 set of people's been the road at night. Police and thief, it's true. Police and thief. You know? You're from the old school. Since 6, you're locking up the window. Since 6, you're closing the window. By 7, you're 19 down, you're 1 good foot. By 7, you got 91 good foot. Brendan Thompson, Dolly Anderson, you ever wake up good. And then you don't know. That's what happened to the folks in Christiansburg, Linden recently. I love technology, what you can do with it. I told the folks at the National Assembly just recently, I studied communication. I didn't just drop some buttons. Studied the anatomy of it.
Wow.
Y'all know things we can do with this program. It's just we want to show off.
Look at this.
We want to show off, so we're showing quarter. We've been operating at quarter capacity. If we had some more staff, Jesus. You ever wake up good in Christiansburg? GPL, rock and come in. Wherever you are this morning. GPL, God can come in. The folks in Christianburg call your name. The folks in Christianburg calling your name, GPL. You ever wake up good? Is it notes I'm looking for? You all forgive me.
This is insane.
Burnham Drive, Christianburg, Wismar.
Come and look at this.
So every day the wires. Every day the wires. Brennan, Tracy, Carlton Smith. You ever wake up good, and then it's gonna be living, you know? We can do so much with this technology we have there. We just been operating 15%, you know. Trying not to show off on other people, other programs and so on. Margaret says she attended Christianburg Government School back in the days. I understand now.
Wow.
A lot of things just made clear. Folks, we got 600 of you watching us. But the emojis looking a little 10. We know you're all distracted right now with the fireworks. How people can ever get full capacity? The folks in Boredom Drive says them birds. The birds from the power ship land on some wires and start just, you know how. The birds, you ever wake up good. And then it's something. Something. You see?
Wow.
Diwali.
Insane. LUS
Just like that.
really need to come and look at this.
Just like that. Somebody in Christianburg spinning little steel wool and then saying it's GPL. Or in terms of the birds eating the wire. Yeah. You ever wake up good. Little prep. Little says that most herbal teas used in moderation are good. Ginger and turmeric. It's another ginger and turmeric. Little prep says. I went by Sonia. That's Sonia. Simona. Simona is doing a nice thing with turmeric and ginger as a drink though. As a beverage, a cold beverage. Yeah, wake up good. Look, you see when I want a good plate of food. I said, Simona got coming through. We got Gaff. Simona Brooms, always cooking. Always cooking. The politics and work out, Simona got fall back. Simona got to fall back. Lionel, Jennifer Bob, Elise, and Penelenes. You ever wake up good, and you don't know? Huh? Helen Collins. You wake up and you fight into anything, you know. You gotta prepare for anything. You gotta be ready like a ready soldier. Yesterday in Latem, some people woke up good. You, Alistair, and Diane Abrams, and Gail and Tracy. What else? Lock and check here now. Folks, and let them wake up good. You know these places, they know about all this thing, accidents and this and that. We carry our modernization, then it's trouble. Problems in the people. Andrew Gibbons said, let them airport junction accident. Yeah. Yesterday, these people wake up good. Good, they wake up. And then, what acts? You all be careful out there. You know? You all be careful. You going down board and drive next to now, it's a wire wrapping you. You go by the airport junction there and let them. Next thing you know, it's a bus wrapping you. But you wake up good. Then it's something. Right? It's something. You know, just get out of this kind of situation. Lou and Hall got it. Lock and check. What taps? Lock and check. That's the one for us. That's the one for us. First 15 things, but we don't give you 2. We don't give you 2. First 15 things, 11 to go. Roxanne Jonas. Abira. We don't give you 2, 11 to go. First 15. Mark and all the other folks. The Honorable O.M.T. McDonald. Good to have you there. Mark Anthony, Gary, Penel, Roxanne. Good to have each and every one of you here with us, folks. Oh, what a day. What a night it was. Things sparking in Christianburg, things crashing in Latem. Forbes. Y'all know you go to the maths. We finished 2:11 to go. Y'all don't contradict me, it's my show. Don't contradict me. If anything, send me a message, man. How y'all gonna treat y'all myself? Send me a little message, man. People don't private message you and say, yeah. I have a political party like that. Soon as I out a place right on the chat, they would never message you or call you and say, Sherrod, watch the spelling there. Right on the thing. Like you never went to UG. We don't look out for each other these days. We try to pull along people. You know? If my math's little off, y'all send me a private message to man. Y'all don't call people anymore. Lyndon Bowman, we don't call people anymore. You only say it's prayer child the other night. I could talk so much of things. I give you some advice. I said, let prayer take care of the showings. That's how you protect people. Owen says message you. It's true. Owen has messaged me. Somebody called me the other morning. I just said somebody. I know who it is. Joan Ramashindo. I won't call her name. I won't tell you all Joan Ramashindo called me. And she said Sherrod is not Woona village or secondary school. It's Wouna. You know, I could have responded very matter of factly or whatever you say. Be facetious. You know how we Guyanese do it? You know, it says not Woona secondary school, it's Wouna secondary school. I said, well, I ain't interested in school. You all know how we make accommodation for ignorance. I didn't go to school. So I'm supposed to know to call it right. Thank you, Joan. Wouna. It's a Woona. Who don't know? You know? Some people say pension, some people say pension. I love being Guyanese. I don't know why people go overseas. I don't call them Widrucker. You get a big accent and so on. I love everything that's Guyanese. You know? The British say lantern post. We say lantern. First 15, folks. On a serious note, it's a lot happening. It's a lot happening. Look, I'm a little controversial now. But before that, before I'm controversial, you and I like peace. I always am a corner. It's people that's come looking for me, I don't know why. Hi, Zemi Carter, good. Penel Innes, Fred Mason, Debbie Collins, Brennan Thompson, Commissioner Cole, Neville. I can be making them good in New York just now. Somebody meet me and say, I thought you're gone already. Y'all listen carefully, man. Listen carefully. I've already said I'll be in the States. I'm going to the States last week in July, first week in August. How you can take a gun already? I know we Matson so good, but still. Your listening skills, come on now. Last week in July, first week in August of this year. Simone grave-sized trouble. I grew up hearing that from my mother. You trouble, you know, boy. Coming to the States, folks. Last week in July, or first week in August, that's when I'll be there. And we're having this event on the 3rd. I'm looking forward to seeing so much of you. I know the 3rd. Y'all gonna wake up good. Good. And you can come out and we can have a good time. We can have a light afternoon. Right? Y'all ask me no hard question like, where y'all doing with Jack Dio? They ask nothing but Nigel. They ask nothing but Norton. Nothing but me. God damn it. Brendan Thompson said bashment time. Yvonne Green says see you there. I'm coming to New York. Not on the 3rd, but we're having the event on the 3rd. Looking forward to seeing all of you. Looking forward to being there in New York. And I'm not coming specifically to take all y'all money, even though I intend to carrot off with a substantial portion. Oh, Father. My son is turning 16. My God, where did the time go? You know? I know. Some of y'all say, I even look like that, son. Much more turning 16. Young flunking and bunking. Turning 16, I'm going to go celebrate with him. And you want no distraction. It's heat time, except on the 3rd. Yeah, I'm going to see him too. I think I can bring him around. Oh, he's tall. Tall and lanky. Tall. And his voice is deep. You know? Kind of sounds like Darth Vader. Daddy. How are you doing, Daddy? Deep voice. You know? I was there when I heard his voice broke first day. You know, we were talking on the phone. If I wasn't seeing him, I said, because I was looking at him and heard his voice. I said, what the hell? You know that kind of moment? Somebody, it was my own child. What the hell? Oh, Johnny. Deep voice. Deep voice. So I'm looking forward to seeing you folks. Whoever flying in and driving in. You know? Some folks showed me calculated some distance to driving. I love them. When I count me blessing, I counted them but 16 times. When they calculate where they're coming from to get to me, I see 936 miles. I said, Jesus Lord. These people different. These people different. 936 miles. Not that they're some Guyana to the States. No, sir. I'm coming to New York. Don't ask me, but who in the coalition and how. I'm 200% coalition. That's all I'm concerned about. Don't ask me who going alone, who going by themselves, who going without anybody else. They're talking about me. But let's get into it. So look forward to seeing you guys on the 3rd. This information is on our Facebook page. You can message us 627-6963. We're going to send it to you if you missed it. Here, Brendan said that's no miles at all. That's not no miles at all. Folks, we in Guyana, we say Linden far. Linden is 6 or 5 miles away. We say that far. It's still to Linden. You going? It's still to Linden. I know for some of y'all in the north, that's like visiting your friend in the back street. That's like visiting your friend in the back street. Brendan said 960 something miles is nothing. I grew up there. It's nothing. Folks, last evening, here's a little controversial. Last evening, reports are that a commercial sex worker was shot to death on South Road and King Street. Commercial sex worker shot to death And this individual is being identified as a person who goes by the name El Hoopla. El Hoopla. El Hoopla. What's I'm cognizant? TB? I'm cognizant. And every man must give an account of his own life. Every man. For his own life. Don't trouble people. Don't bother people. Anthony Paris. Don't bother people and trouble people. When I meet people on a daily basis, or I go in a place, sometimes people say, you in here so quiet, like they expect you to be so loud. And I'm very cognizant of people's space, and people expect you to be controversial all the time. Like soon as you walk in the bank, you says, "When I'm talking about what's there? When the trench crab, what's there?" You in a line, just very quiet, waiting your turn. Some people says, "You, I didn't even recognize you. You're so tall." Don't interfere with people unduly. El Hoopla. I think that's it. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I don't mean to be facetious or anything like that. That's a name I see here in the report. El Hoopla. Hopler. El Hoopla. Whatever that means. Shot to death. You don't let people lifestyle and so on. I'm certain who I am. That's the important thing to me. On a daily basis in this business, people try to tell you who you are. People try to tell you about your parentage, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your children and all. But I am cognizant, well informed about who I am. You see? Certain things don't get to me. And I don't bother. People doing them, let people do them. Don't interfere. Life has become so cheap in this. This is the same person. You know, we've ratified the cross-dressing laws in the case was taken to the CCJ. And CCJ said that our laws that banned cross-dressing were unconstitutional. And we ratified that later on. Let people do them. Don't bother. Don't interfere with people just because you want peace and quiet in your life. Every man will give an account for themselves. On that great and terrible day, the pastor, the bandit, the most holy, the Pope himself, and the parishioner. And even outside of this context of a commercial sex worker. You know, the private sex worker, the commercial sex worker, the ordinary worker. Don't interfere with people. Don't do it. I went to a function. And this lady come in. Right? Of course, she didn't like some people who was at this function. And she tear up. Oh, the blood of Jesus in this place. Oh God, the blood of Jesus. I mean, I don't think Jesus is there. I don't think Jesus did. I got a little hunch, a little feeling. I don't think. I don't think. So this young man was shot to death. El Hoopla. That's not death to wish on anybody. And this is how this country is becoming. The wild, wild west. So on King Street and South Road, where apparently people ply the trade. Right? If you're not into that, don't let it concern you. When I saw the area, I said, well, I didn't know people let's go there, really. I thought it was only now North Road. Y'all seen North Road recently? North Road. North Road. And just like the Chinese driving out of business, they have Spanish driving me out of business, and forcing me into King Street and South Road, pushing me down more. I don't know. But our thoughts and prayers. You can't be judged, jury, and executioner. Right? I think the good book says that we plant the seed, but and we water. But it's the Lord that get the increase. You see? I pray for some people, friends and foes, Jews and Gentiles. I pray for them and let the Lord work in their life. Don't interfere with people unduly. Don't do it. As far as possible. As far as possible. That's not what the Desiderati says. As far as possible. Live peaceably with all men. Live peaceably with all men. Wild, wild west. Wild, wild west. Two brothers, they tell us, chopped to death. Might have even chopped each other to death. Give us a quick sec to dot our I's and cross our T's. Might have even chopped each other to death. From what I read in some of the reports. It's like we're in free fall. Y'all notice every day? Child shot in the head, girl hangs herself. 25-year-old found unresponsive in apartment. 14-year-old rape. Commercial sex worker shot to death in the streets. 14-year-old drowned in the Aquatic Center. Y'all feel that? Or it's just me? Y'all sensing that you got something that's loose in this place? Huh? You feel you got something that loose in this place? When I was growing up, they had a pastor lived close by where I resided. He was a big gentleman since in those days I was growing as a child. An Indian fella. He was a preacher, he was a pastor. And I remember how we used to pray when he had this crusade in our area. Filthy devil! I remember that so clearly. Filthy devil! Loose, you filthy devil! Something loose in this place, man. What is with us? What is with the man there now? Loose, you filthy devil! Yeah. Yeah, who know to pray? Better pray. East Bank Essequibo. Police are investigating Marvin Joseph, Ellis Joseph, killed in a chopping incident in Perico Facade. I'm going to go there later on today to find out what really happened. I want to know the whole thing. Ellis Joseph, Marvin Joseph were killed in a chopping incident. Perico Facade. East Bank Essequibo. Lawrence Street, they tell us. Or St. Lawrence East Bank Essequibo. They said Ryan Fetrix, a minor from the Pomeroon, arrived at a particular house and encountered the Joseph brothers. The brothers armed with cutlass or cutlasses each, charged Fredericks, leading to a violent altercation. All three men sustained serious injuries. Marvin Joseph collapsed on a nearby bridge unconscious from his injuries. Ellis was bleeding profusely, assisted by a passerby, rushed to Lenora College Hospital. Fredericks as well, Ryan Fredericks, the third party here. He was arrested and transported to Lenora College Hospital for treatment himself. And of course, we know now that Marvin and Ellis Joseph succumbed to their injuries. I don't want to know what it's like to chop somebody. You know, to do it once to me is brutal already. To see flesh slicing and that blade connecting to bone, and to do that repeatedly to each other. But inhumanity, we ain't got nothing the animals, you know. We ain't got nothing the animals, Vernon Vives us. We ain't got nothing the animals at all, Yolanda, Jacqueline, Johnson. We ain't got nothing on them. This is how we treat each other. So initial reports that they charged Fredericks, armed with cutlasses. Finally, Fredericks returned the favor. And they said, what a terrible experience. And here is a national year of prayer. And this thing, you all notice, or it's just me, maybe it's because I talk about this every day. Because it's trending. It seems to be a proliferation of this mayhem. Total mayhem. Thoughts and prayers with those families. 14-year-old drowned at the Aquatic Center. Ramson, I'm doing the most. And I told you all, why my heart bleeds so much? This young man was in protective state care. Clearly, his family has some challenges. And he was in the care of the state. He was in the care of the state. And in that course, being in the care of the state, he was part of this learn to swim activity. Folks said there's 3 persons who look over all of these kids. Hundreds, over 100, let me embellish. Over 100 kids, that's what I heard. They said they were called out of the pool and then he went and backflip. Pulled out unconscious. Succumbed. Young man. That's what we're hearing. That's what we're hearing. It's wild, wild west. And our brother Randy did some work for us on this yesterday. He unpacked this a little bit for us yesterday.
Tragedy struck the National Aquatic Center here yesterday afternoon when 14-year-old Joel Adams lost his life during a swim program.
Joel, a student of the Dennis Street Sophia Care Center, left with a group of children at around 13 hours 30 to attend the swim program here at the National Aquatic Center. At approximately 14 hours 55, a whistle blew signaling the end of the session, and the children began to exit the pool. However, moments after, Joel was seen backflipping into the water. Subsequent to that, Joel was seen face down in the water. Reports are that a lifeguard quickly jumped in to rescue him, and immediate medical attention was provided by the nurse on standby. Despite this response, Joel was unresponsive and was rushed to the Georgetown Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Joel's body is now at the Georgetown Public Hospital mortuary awaiting post-mortem examination.
In the wake of this tragedy, concerns are being raised about the amount of students in the pool at once, as reports state that the sessions are being conducted by 3 persons. Questions are being raised about adequate supervision of the session. This tragic event is a stark reminder of the importance of guidelines, regulations, and vigilance at events such as these. Thoughts and prayers are with the family and friends of young Joel Adams. From the National Aquatic Center here in Lilliandale, Randolph Critchlow for Credible Sources.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that, Randy. Thank you so much for that. Again, say here, this morning we're seeing this headline, police confirms. I'm getting the impression that this thing happened quick. And for me, a child don't go backflip in the pool, is suddenly face down, pulled out, CPR applied, and the child dies. But that's the official report. The police says police confirm a lot of things. A lot of things. And I went in transact some business yesterday morning. And I spoke with a lot of people who came up to me and said, this thing here with this swim club here, got a lot of problems. I'm telling you, this swim club here got a lot of problems. And this government facility here, Charles Ramson, the Aquatic Center, got a lot of problems. I'm telling you what the folks told us. It got a lot of problems. Like Orwin Don says, a lot of things aren't adding up. It's the truth. It's not a lie. It's not adding up. I had an earful concerns that people have about this Aquatic Center. Apparently other clubs can't use it. It's a narrow set of people in this one Guyana allowed to use this club. One set of people want to control the swimming program in this country, even at the school level. So when the police says they confirm the details, I can see the government not wanting to take any responsibility for wrongdoing. And so Higgins them going to say what they got to say. Joel Adams lost his life. Like this. Like this. So I don't know. Police said they confirm, and then I hear a probe launch by the Ministry of, Human Services and the Child Protection Agency. That's what another report say. And then the 6-year-old rather, shot in his head. Mother said, oh. He was innocent in all of this. He was innocent. Hit in his head by a stray bullet. If a child standing next to an individual, close proximity, and a man come up and open fire indiscriminately, I don't know if that's a stray bullet or it was meant for anybody who was in that range. I don't know if that's a stray bullet. When you go in that course of activity, operate in that manner, bullet straight, you intend to kill anybody who you found it. If you're standing next to me and a man come and open fire, you get shot and say the bullet straight from me and hit you. That's what you can say. Mother said he was just a little innocent child. little innocent child. That's how people operate in this country. They don't care. Going dead, badly wounded, wild west. This is 6-year-old Jeremiah Gustave. He goes to Smith Memorial Primary School. He was outside his house, you know. Outside his house, where his mother has a food stall. And you can tell me the bullet straight, like young Jeremiah in some way straight. In the wrong place at the wrong time, Jeremiah never your house. And if you come by your house shooting up, you say the bullet straight. And this latest report says he's receiving medical attention. Receiving medical attention. Well, the government telling me a piece of story about the Sierra Joanna squatters. But before we get there, the post office is telling us, be aware of a scam that's being perpetuated on persons unwittingly. They send you a message that says, a package has arrived for you at a warehouse and cannot be delivered due to incomplete address information. Please confirm your address in the link within 24 hours. Right? It has some other information there. And then it says the Guyana Post Office team, a postal team, wishes you a wonderful day. And then when you click the link, they can tell you how much money you got to send to pay a fee before you come. GPO says it's a scam. It's just another scam. Another day in the wild west. They put out a big notice. The Guyana Post Office Corporation has not issued any text or email message to that effect. You got a package that has arrived and address needed and phone number and money, and it's just another scam by them boys. That's what the post office has said. It's a scam, and they strongly advise the public to exercise extreme caution and refrain from clicking the link to avoid being scammed. So watch for that, folks. Please and thank you. Watch for that. Watch for that. So the government says that the Sierra Joanna residency, the government is not involved in the private land dispute. The government said, Sierra Joanna residents say, that the government said, they're not involved. It's a lot to say. The land there could be privately owned, but the residents, they tell us, they pay the government for land, and to this day, they never show them a little half acre or half of a quarter acre in any place and said, this is the land. And they feel somehow saying that they're not involved in this private matter here absolves them. None of the people from Sierra Joanna have their own private land that they have already paid for. Maybe they would not be in this mess. And then the same government who said they're fast tracking the process now. But the government said we're not involved. When we hear in some of them from that same government who got interest in that same land, that's what we're hearing. From the same administration. I'm going to come out now Whichever kerfuffle one more time. Why haven't you given the people their lands that they paid for? Why have they done that? And see Anna Ronald said, I tell them a long time. Staying on the land squatting and put you in problems. But if they pay for the land that you all haven't given them, you're not part of the problem too? Ain't you part of the problem too? Good riddance, Leslie. He taken up some role at the UN. But he didn't do nothing for health. He was one of them advisors to the Minister of Health. Advisors. Lucy Brown bag, he got another bag now. He has taken up a role at the UN in Geneva. Good riddance. Good riddance. Good riddance. Waste of time. Moving on, man. Here nonsense here at Ali. Yeah, remember, since last year we did lining up and rationing for sugar. Rationing for sugar. I went to a supermarket a couple of days ago to buy sugar. They had none of the Demerara Gold, or whatever they call it, on the shelf. None. I asked the folks, I said, what happened? They said, sugar, I'm coming. He telling me, none of we can provide sugar for the entire country in 2 years, but we could provide for the entire Caribbean. Like he get skeleton to work. Like he gets skeleton to work. Last year we did rationing sugar. Sugar ain't even the shelf in the supermarket. Dr. Vince Adams run out behind Jack Leo. You know how much read is let into this paper? Run out behind Jack Leo. He says he's shameless. He said if there's anybody in bed with Exxon in those oily sheets, it's Jack Leo. He's the one in bed with Exxon. Let that be your homework. Required reading as you wrap up. And as we talking about Vincent Adams, Dr. Vincent Adams, petroleum expert, oil and gas expert, who's been CEO of the EPA. I see the EPA saying today that they're the center of national development. Folks, we ain't come out here to give y'all laughs this morning. We ain't come out here to give y'all laughs this morning. We're going to ask Dr. Vince Adams his thoughts on that. We should be talking to him quite soon. We're going to ask him his thoughts on that. Folks from the judiciaries in the region, here in Guyana, a legal conference, right? This is the Criminal Justice Reform Conference. And they had quite a few things to say. Quite a few things.
The legal conference that opened today attracted participation from the United States, France, the U Wooden Law School in Trinidad, Suriname, and the Caribbean islands. The venue is the Ocean View Convention Center. It's the first legal conference on criminal justice reform. Guyana's Anil Nandlal said that the conference is part of the support system for the criminal justice system.
The principal objectives of this program are to effect reforms in the criminal justice system of Guyana in order, one, to reduce the proportion of pretrial detainees, and two, to increase the use of alternative sentencing. The conception of the idea to host this conference coincided with the 7th Biennial Law Conference of the CCJ Academy for Law held in Barbados on the 20th of October 2023.
He said that every effort has been made to engage the Academy in the Caribbean Court of Justice.
As students of the law, we know too well that the law must remain organic and must be nurtured, shaped, and molded to meet the exigencies of an ever-evolving society and the dynamic human conduct it is intended to govern. On the converse, stagnation of the law will result in a societal evolution beyond the regulatory capability of the law. This resultant social advancement without a commensurate legal regulatory framework is what leads to a breakdown of law and order and consequential social chaos.
He noted the spiraling rate of violence in the region.
With easy access to guns and ammunition, coupled with the availability of information and communications technology at the disposal of criminals, crime has become a very organized, complex, and sophisticated phenomenon.
He said criminals operate in gangs and even across borders. CARICOM has determined that crime and violence is a public health concern, he said. Crime and violence were recognized also as a threat to democracy.
The importance of fora such as these cannot be overemphasized. They bring together the maker of the law, the interpreter of the law, the enforcer of the law, the practitioner of the law, and of course the subject of the law in a singular engagement to critically analyze and scientifically examine the law and its application. The engagements of these different and disparate functionaries will ineluctably lend to a cross-fertilization of ideas and synthesis of experience that must compel to the formulation of a criminal justice reform strategy, adept and adroit enough to tackle the monster of crime facing the region.
Yeah. So what went down at that law reform conference there happening now? I think it's still continuing. Gail says that she's been appointed as the vice chair of the Constitutional Reform Commission. And that's what she did have us believe. The same commissioner said they ain't working because they don't have a secretary. They don't have a secretary. So they're working. I should have said, welcome to Guyana to all the folks there, this Criminal Justice Reform Conference. Enjoy the stay, folks. Enjoy the stay. People like Anna to deal with. Enjoy the rest of it. Now, your friend Gail, she's the vice chair. This is what I like, I said a lucky is, before they bring in the proper people in the commission who can actually do the work and not stymie the process, she can't for take up space. Commission said we ain't doing no work. Not doing any work until we get a secretary. Till we get a secretary. That's what he said. And while we run that, we wrap up now, folks. The procurement board, there's been a variance of how much more than the market value the Mohammedans have paid, or rather charged for that contract, were given for that contract for the fire service headquarters. The board says a possible typo. Because Starbuck News was contending that Mohammed's bid $200 million more than the contract value. The procurement board said there's a possible typo involved. I want you all to understand. The Constitutional Reform Commission said we can't meet because we got a secretary. The Mohammeds are accused of charging $200 million more than what this contract was originally valued at. They are protesting this. And then the procurement board saying, no, it's a little typo. They need a secretary too, or a proper one. It's a little typo, but that's going to do it for us this morning. It's a little typo. Be careful out there. If you need a secretary, Take it easy. That's what the folks saying. It's a little typo. This 200 million. Naomi says a possible typo in she last paycheck. She said it wasn't too big at all. Typo. Yeah. Big institution like that. Says typo. Corruption typo. Thanks for joining us this morning, folks. That's going to do it for us this end. Marlon Thomas, Marlon Lorimer, Nigel Linden Gill, Denise Champagne. Good to have you here. Ratsuman, Beryl Crawford. This thing from the Adam Beryl. Good to have all of you here, folks. As you go, feel free to share the live. Smash that emoji button for us as well, good folks. And we're going to see you guys in the next one. Have a fantastic rest of the day and